raise your hand if you've ever felt mistreated by someone you thought you trusted in your life. Pretty much, I would say about 100% of people have felt this way at one point in their life. Obviously, there's not a concrete statistic to that because that's not really tracked. However, most people feel like their trust is almost like a gift that they're giving to people. It takes effort to get someone's trust, and once you break that trust, it's even harder to earn that back. The other main difficulty with trust is you have to learn how to trust yourself, trust others around you, and trust in the good. And that's honestly more difficult than re-earning someone else's trust because you have to trust and trust yourself. So, from Isaac Watts, he said, learning to trust is one of life's most difficult tasks. Kind of like I just said, you have to learn how to trust. And that's not something that anyone teaches you. It's never in a classroom. It's never in school. And your parents really don't even teach you how to trust. You have to learn on yourself and by the situations that you're involved in if this is something that you are able to do. And if you are, it can lead to a much more fulfilling life. You have to trust and trust. And it's not easy. It's never going to be easy, but again, it's necessary in life because no one is built to live on their own. No one is built to have everything on their own shoulders without being able to lean on anyone else. So from the Washington Post, I got this statistic from a research they did, and it said, then there was the trust question. Generally speaking, if you ask, would you say that most people can be trusted or that you can't be too careful in dealing with people? While boomers, baby boomers, are the most trusting, 40% of them are. Millennials, our generation, trust others the least. They're 19%. So we trust 19% of people. That's it. That's not a lot of people, especially besides regarding the fact of how many people we come in interaction with. That's not even all of our family, if you really think about it, if you have a larger family. And you have to learn how to trust people. Then from www.sj.com, we went into the Volkswagen, and I researched their little bit of a crisis that they handled earlier, and it was because they lost their trust of most of their customers because of a lot of Carfax. That is not really the point of this speech, so I won't go into, but they ended up losing the trust of most of their customers because, and actually in terms from this article, they screwed up. They messed up. And they had to regain that trust. They had to pay people, they had to pay people actual money to regain the trust in their company and to get them to continue being a customer. That's no one's goal in life. And it's hard, as like they demonstrated, to regain that trust. And now it's even more difficult because employees of theirs also felt like they couldn't trust the company, like they couldn't trust the information they were given. You have to learn how to trust in what you believe in. So that brings me to 3 personal examples that I lived through in my life that helped me learn how to trust myself and trust others around me and trust in the general good of people. The first is from my grandmother. I learned a lesson from my paternal grandmother about 3 years ago when my maternal grandmother passed away from cancer, and a very long struggle for many years that she was going back and forth with. But in this lesson, I learned that you have to trust that something good is going to come out of this. In this moment in my life, no one in my mom's family was in a good mojo, almost, if you want to say, because we kind of had our world kind of shook, and we had to learn how to stand up again. My grandmother, obviously the one that did not pass away, taught me that you have to be able to believe that good will come out of it. You have to be able to move past difficult situations in your life. You have to believe that good will happen. You have to trust that good will happen. The second lesson I learned is kind of a cliche. I learned it from my boyfriend, and while it is cliche, and I admit it, I had to learn from him that people outside of my family could love me and that I could lean on other people. At the moment of life when I met him, I did not really believe in anything good. Even though I learned from my grandmother that good can happen, I do not believe that anyone outside my family really cared about anything. And that's the other lesson that most people need to learn in their lifetime, is the fact that you have to believe that you are not alone. You have to believe that others will love you. Whether this is a struggle you face with your family, like I know most people do sometime in their life, or with those around you, with friends, with relationships, you have to believe love is possible. Whether it's you loving other people or them loving you, you have to trust that love exists. The third lesson I learned was from my father. He taught me the most important lesson. He taught me to believe in myself and to trust in myself. This seems almost ridiculous if you think about it. Oh, of course you trust in yourself. Of course you have to, because you're the one doing everything. You're the one making your own decisions. But in reality, if you think about it, most people do not trust in themselves. Most people believe that they are going to fail at some point in their life and it will be their fault. But I learned from my father that every person has the strength to do what is placed in front of them. You have the power and the strength in yourself to get through the difficult times. You have to trust in yourself, though, that you will succeed and that you will move on. Overall, trust is necessary. Trust is a part of life, and it's one that is normally overlooked by most people when you're learning how to be on your own and how to deal with situations around you. However, it is a necessary component, and most people need to learn. Volkswagen had to learn how to regain the trust that they lost. They had to teach their customers that they deserve the trust. And we need to learn how to trust in ourselves, how to trust in good, and how to trust in love. Learning to trust is one of life's most difficult tasks. It's not easy, it's not fun, it is one of life's most difficult tasks, and that means that it will take work from almost everyone. But it is up to you on how you are going to handle to trust, and you need to be able to move past it, and you need to be able to trust and trust.